Imagine this. So this is you. You are bored out of your mind sitting on your couch going through YouTube. And you see this video. And it's like the cure to boredom. You click on it. And now you're caught up. Let's continue. So, there is something that you have in your house, I am telling you, that will cure your boredom if you just give it a shot. You can probably already tell what I'm talking about. I'm sure everyone knows. If you don't, then you're not very smart. No, I'm kidding. Don't click off this video, I beg. If you haven't guessed already, I'm talking about the Rubik's Cube. So I always used to play on video games, etc. In fact, yeah, I was like, I'd say even addicted. Then I went to my friend's house and he had a Rubik's Cube and I picked it up. This was around a year ago. And I was like, whoa, what is this? Well, not what is this. Of course, I'm not an idiot. I'm like, you know.
Oh, hell no.
And then he was out at the time, and his mom was like, oh, he can solve it in like 2 minutes. No, 1 minute. Yeah, he can solve it in around 1 minute. And I was like, that's crazy. This puzzle. It's puzzle. I've been trying to solve it. Whenever I had this other friend, every time I go to their house, they had a Rubik's Cube on their desk. And I was like, yo, I really want to learn that. And I was trying to do it myself, like solving one side at a time. And that just wasn't working. Honestly, it was so much work. So then he came over. When he actually got back to his house, I was like, yo, can you show me a solve, please? And he showed me. And I was hella impressed. Honestly, that Rubik's Cube was all I could think about for the rest of the break. I was on like summer holiday break, and yeah, and that's all I could think about. Literally, him solving that Rubik's Cube in 1 minute, and I was like I was going crazy. Honestly, it was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. And one day I decided I need to learn how to solve this stupid puzzle that keeps getting the best of me. So I got a 3x3 and a 2x2. And I decided to learn. 2x2 was a bit confusing, obviously, since I hadn't done any cubing before. But I eventually got it. 3x3 took ages and a lot of perseverance. It was a lot of perseverance. So you're going to have to put in the work, but it is all worth it once you finish and you've learned it. Because it's also a very neat little party trick. As soon as I learned, I went into school and was like flexing my new ability. I was like, oh guys, look at my cube, bro. Look at my cube. And look, I can solve it so fast. I can solve it in like a minute. That's great. I started really getting into the community. Like, I was watching a bunch of content creation from top tier YouTubers like Tingman and Cubehead and Timmy, etc. And I was just like mind blown by how fast they were. And then I started watching world record videos, and I was like, yo, I started figuring out all these famous people in the cubing community that were very fast and incredible, and I was like, whoa, one day I'm going to get there. So then I started learning more advanced things, and you've got pretty good. I went to my first competition, and I just practiced loads, and me and my friend that I was telling you about at the beginning of the story, we both got to around 25 seconds to sub 20. But then disaster struck. There was this popular Roblox game that came up, and man, was it very fun and addictive. So I lost my interest in cubing, and all I wanted to do with my free time was play that. But that wasn't good, because not only was it like a way too much technology, but it was also like not as good for your brain. Well, I think it's probably worse, like doing bad stuff to my brain. I mean, it's probably not. it probably wasn't. I don't play anymore. But I mean, cubing is actually good for your brain. But then Savior came, and that was my year six residential, which was like half a year ago. What is these metrics, bro? But so yeah, and I thought, man, I need to get back into cubing so I can have something to do whilst I'm, I guess, away, because we were allowed to bring stuff. So I was like, I mean, no technology, what else could I do? And I thought, man, that Rubik's Cube's still on my desk, isn't it? I should really get back into that. I mean, not only is it not using technology, so I probably won't get in trouble. Yay! But also, it's supposedly good for my brain, so might as well. Then I got back in to cubing. Whew, it was a slow start. I started off at 26 seconds. And I was like, come on, I need to get some 20. I got a new cube. I learned full OLL, optimized my PLL algorithms, which I need to do now for my OLL algorithms. I found some really good training techniques. Still to this day, I'm finding new ones, which I am going to make another video about. Watch out for that one. And yeah, I just got good. All of a sudden, I had a competition in September where I was going for a sub 15 average and trying to make it to semi-finals on 3x3. Did not succeed. Like, I failed miserably. The only thing I did good in, but decent, was pyramids, which I absolutely don't care about. My main event is 2x2, which I learned by then, full CLL, and I was very fast at home. Well, not very fast, but decent. I was going for a sub 4 average because I averaged 3 seconds at home, and sometimes low 3 seconds, and that was, I guess, decent. But I got a 7-second average because I got a DNF and counted a 14. DNF stands for did not finish, if you didn't know, because I messed up the algorithm, and yeah, it was sad. And then I forgot. Oh, actually, I had learned EG1 at that time. I also learned EG1 at that time, and a nice EG1 out came up, but I had no idea what on earth it was. So I just had a big, huge pause, and I just had to do it the Ortega way, which was so annoying. It made me very upset. And then I was absolutely crushed. I didn't even make it to second round. I got a 3-second single, which isn't even good. It was 3.81. Like, right now I average sub 3. And I'm looking back at that and I'm thinking, if I got that in a comp right now, I would honestly not have as good feelings as what I did when I got it. But honestly, comp nerves are just rude, I guess. But anyway, what was I on about? But oh yeah, and yeah, 3x3, I went for a sub 15 average. Let's just say I did not succeed. I got a 15.6. I have no idea what it was. 15.6 average, and 12-second singles, one in first round, one in second round. Right now, to this day, I'm still getting better, and I'm not looking like I'm stopping anymore. To this day, if I got a 15, which I was getting at the competition, I would be absolutely shattered. I'm around sub 12 right now, and it's all because of a special technique that ChatGPT taught me. I know it sounds silly, but yeah, and I will post about it later. And it was like, and yeah, that was basically it for the competition. I was crushed when I didn't make it to semi-finals as well, and I wasn't competing in any other events. So I was absolutely shattered. I didn't make second round for 2x2, didn't make semis or finals for 3x3, which I actually might make next time I compete, which is in January. going for some line average because even though I only average sub 12, I mean, with the new technique that I learned that I'm going to make a video about again, I should be fine. But yeah. Also, yeah, that's really it, to be fair. So it will take lots of perseverance and lots of hard work, but trust me, once you get good, the Rubik's Cube is honestly the best thing ever. It's changed my life. It's I've met incredible people. I've grown stronger bonds with some friends that I've taught over a Rubik's Cube. I've taught them loads of events such as clock, 3x3, Pira, 2x2 even. Okay, maybe no, I didn't teach them that because that's just actually I did. I taught one of my friends recently, and he's like sub 5 right now, which I'm very proud. And one of my friends is going for sub 9 at clock at the moment, which is pretty impressive. And it's only his like second week with 7 simul. I'm a very proud teacher. I'm a very proud teacher. Honestly, I'm telling you, if you learn to solve the Rubik's Cube, it will be the best thing that's ever happened to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.